Today is March 29, 2024. My name is Charles Sitter. Today I'm presenting part 2 of my series on how to create miracles, titled Bridging the Gaps. My main message is you have the power to manifest man-made miracles. You need a miracle when you don't expect to reach a goal through your own endeavors. Many of your desires, ambitions, and aspirations lie outside your limited power to create them. Whatever aspect of your goals plan or action plan you don't control, you must seek assistance from either other people, pray to a higher power, or tap into the power of your inner world. This presentation will teach you how to tap into the power of your inner world for filling the gaps in your action plan. Manifesting man-made miracles to fill gaps in your ability to get what you want require you to interact with the spiritual world with the powers of your inner world. And by inner world, I mean both your conscious and subconscious minds working collaboratively. Proposition 1. Most miracles are not from God, but are man-made miracles. Goals are normally achieved by working for them with an action plan. However, some steps, which I am calling gaps in the action plan, may be beyond a person's control. However, when providence fills the gaps, people call it a miracle. Most people are unaware of all the miracles that have transpired in their life, especially the miracles of bad events that could have happened but didn't. Another source of unappreciated miracles are the tough goals that were reached through hard work, where there were many chances of failure along the way, and there were known gaps, but they were avoided by working harder and smarter and by attracting good luck. Most reported miracles are man-made because humans are the only creatures who can, number 1, foresee and plan the future, and 2, take action to create that future. Most goals are reached by formulating an action plan and then working the plan. Depending on the amount of control a person has over all the steps within their action plan, there may be some steps or gaps outside his control that must be filled by insights learned while doing the work, by luck, or by a miracle. Somehow the gaps have to be bridged. Sometimes a miracle is just a result of good luck, based upon the laws of probability. And sometimes a miracle comes from what a person does in both his inner and outer worlds to attract good luck, or what I am calling a man-made miracle. Proposition 2. Man-made miracles to fill small gaps needed to reach a goal or destination. When your action plan has small gaps, seek man-made miracles to fill them. You can fill many small gaps by applying the power of your inner world. However, wide gaps will require power from your spiritual world. If it is possible for a person to create his own luck, or by a miracle, he does so by preparing and working harder and smarter, selecting a success-oriented plan with fewer gaps, or appealing to a higher power to fill those gaps. Another possibility is creating your own miracles. By applying the power of your inner world with the right level of desire, belief, focus, positive attitude, imagination, and emotional energy, you can attract luck and or what I call miracles to fill the known gaps. Unfortunately, many people start on a goal when their inner world is unprepared for both the journey and ignorant of the known uncertainties and gaps that lie ahead. When they reach the first gap or stumbling block, the challenge often seems so daunting and their motivation and confidence so weak that they give up when the gap seems wider than their perceived ability to breach it. The quitters don't know how to apply the power of their inner world to push them past the rough spots. Proposition 3. Talking about God-made miracles now. because only God-made miracles can fill wide gaps needed to reach a goal or a destination. Wide gaps or leaps can only be filled by the power of God. If a miracle is explainable, then the miracle was man-made. However, if a miracle that's needed would defy the laws of nature, then the miracle would have to come from God. Some gaps are so wide that you might lose hope of a man-made miracle working to span the gap. At that point, you realize that some outcomes depend on God-made miracles. And when you realize that, then you can turn to the ultimate power, the unseen spiritual world. As a last resort, you must pray unceasingly for a God-made miracle, vividly visualizing the miracle you seek, imagining the miracle unfolding in the present moment, feeling the miracle happening within you, and visualizing and beginning acting as if the miracle was already, in fact, present. And finally, giving gratitude for the blessing that has just been bequeathed to you. Now, these miracle manifesting sessions don't need to be long, but they need to be frequent and persistent, at least daily. Only with persistence, urgency, and devotion are you likely to get a God-made miracle that you are seeking. Accept the fact that God-made miracles, when they arrive, might be in a different form than you expected or manifested at a different time and place. When the miracle arrives, it will satisfy your original need, but not necessarily in the same form or by the expected means. You get to define the what, but God chooses the how and the when. My final message: miracles can be nudged by the power of one's inner world. Miracles happen all the time, but they're seldom recognized as such. Opportunities to summon miracles when you strive for tough goals are always present, but people don't deliberately seek them for two reasons. Well, first, the tasks of their action plan are mostly under the control with few gaps, so they don't think they need a miracle. Second, when there are gaps, but perceived as insurmountable, the person has no faith they can be breached. But now that you know man-made miracles can be manifested using the power of your inner world and interacting with your spiritual world, you can begin creating your own miracles. Just imagine the accomplishments and the changes and the ambitions you can realize with these human powers you possess to manifest your own miracles. Now, in the next and final presentation, I will present more details on how to apply your special human powers within your inner and spiritual worlds to create miracles. Now, that's all for now. Remember to stay positive. You'll be happier, healthier, and live longer.